It's time for baseball. Sean Manaea is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, on the mound now is Sean Manaea, the pride and joy of Indiana State University. Low three-quarter arm angle. He reminds me a lot of former Met pitcher Sid Fernandez. Mid to upper 90s fastball. A true slurve. He also has a straight changeup.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Mookie. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
Talk about hitting the ground running. Usually a leadoff man is a guy that takes the first pitch, trying to get the feel for the pitcher, trying to get dialed in, but not this guy. He's got that see ball, hit ball philosophy, and he does just that, launching that pitch out of here before the fans could even get settled in the seats.
Olsen ranges to his right, and he'll step on first himself for the out. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Bounce it to the left side, and that gets through for a one-out base hit. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Mitch Moreland. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit to batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat it.
A bouncer up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Throw into third, and they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Roll, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bat head started.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Piscotty racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he's in safely to third as a run will score on the play as well.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or two early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room, but that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
Stepping in now, Eduardo Nunez, and that's in there, base hit. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Everything done right, Dan. And on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive. That's a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send and a close play, but it all worked out.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mookie Betts. And the Red Sox with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. Fowler is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning. Stepping up now, Dustin Fowler. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the game, center fielder.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Fowler.
1-1.
Action time.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Now batting, Mark Hanna. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Benintendi going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting third, second baseman.
Striding in for Oakland, Jed Lowry looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Fouled off. Oh, 0-2 the count to Jed Lowry. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time. Striding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Lowry. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Digging in to try it again, J.D. Martinez. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right over the middle, knee high.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Fowler ranging back. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Ready for another chance, Mitch Moreland. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And that's a fair ball, line to the right side. He'll get it into second. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Moreland rounds the corner and is headed home. The tag, and he's safe. As they pile on, it's now a 6-0 game.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, Nero. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Here's Chris Davis now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's take a look at outfielder Mookie Betts. You can make the argument he's the most dynamic player in our sport. Don't try and come inside with a fastball because it's getting turned around. But I don't think people realize how good he patrols the outfield. The ability to play all three positions with speed and a bazooka for an arm.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Matt Chapman is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts has a read on it, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back to Oakland as we're set for the start of the 3rd from the Coliseum here on MLB Network. Next up for the Red Sox, Eduardo Nunez. He was able to plate 2 with a base hit in his first appearance.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
In now, Sandy Leon. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. A 1 pitch on its way. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Boy, Dero, he's not missing very many barrels so far in this one. That is back-to-back bullets and another base hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There was this banner that hung in the Texas Rangers clubhouse back in the day that said hit or get left behind. That's exactly what this offense is doing.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Chopper to short, and there's out number 2. Digging in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Taken there by Lowry. And the throw to first will be in time. So the Red outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And that's the first out. Stepping into the box, Marcus Semien. Down the third baseline. And there's the first hit of the game for the A's. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, that's their first hit of the ball game, and they make it count as he blisters this thing to the outfield and cruises into third for the triple. We'll see if his teammate can pick him up so they can get their first run, too.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. First pitch of the at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Missed with a slider. Semien on third with 2 out. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Lifted in the air to center field. Nunez is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. The A's strand one. They still find themselves down 6-0. Here's J.D. Martinez, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
I'm shocked this pitcher keeps trying to attack the zone with them being so aggressive early in the count. You wonder if he wouldn't be served a little better, just kind of nibbling for a little bit early and then pound in the zone late.
Digging in and looking for more, Mitch Moreland. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted down the line in left. Kenna is after it. And he makes the catch in the corner.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Singled homer run in his last time up. He's set, and the pitch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for Boston, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. So now it's Mark Canha, and he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Here's Jed Lowry now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Next up for the A's, Chris Davis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And it's 1-2.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Nunez has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. On the ground to the right side. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Third baseman, Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he swings and lifts a pop-up out behind short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A's strand a couple. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Digging in now, Rafael Devers. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth. First pitch of the at-bat. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eduardo Nunez. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right back to him, and it's off his shoe. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
The catcher, number 3, Sandy Leon.
Ready for another shot now, Sandy Leon. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's set. Here it comes. Popped him up. Olsen is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Nunez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Sent on the ground out to second. Lowry's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Red Sox. They lead it 6-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Stephen Piscotty. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Ball 1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Stephen Piscotty sent packing to start the bottom of the 5th. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Simeon in an 0-2 hole here.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. In now, Jonathan Lucroy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Josh Lucas gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mookie Betts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. To third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, and he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. From the stretch, tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. 6 runs, 13 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. 0-2 the count to Benintendi.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Standing in now, J.D. Martinez, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing by Martinez, and this is driven to left. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Mitch Moreland with a solo home run as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
In the job description of reliever, there's no mention of back-to-back homers, but there is a need for short memory. We'll see if he can put those 2 bombs behind him.
The shortstop.
Into the box, Xander Bogaerts. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Chapman in foul ground, but this will land untouched. 0-1 pitch on its way. Sliders in for a strike. Three runs already home here. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The next 0-2. This is line to left. Kenna is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 9 and the A's nothing. Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Stepping in now, Mark Canha. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Bradley on the run, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Digging in to try it again, Eduardo Nunez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ground ball to third. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, catcher, Sandy Leon.
Ready for another chance? Sandy Leon. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. In there, and it's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. squared that one up just a little late. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Leon, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here's Mookie Betts. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Hot shot to third. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Digging in once again, Chris Davis will be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A ball and a strike.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And here's a ball hit in the air.
But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. A throw to the plate. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Ready once again, Marcus Semien. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Here comes the first pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. And Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. A's strand a couple. They're down 9-0. Here's J.D. Martinez. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is line to left. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first down. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rafael Devers. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bullet to first base.
Now batting, second baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Striding in, Eduardo Nunez. He's set, and the pitch. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Giving chase is Fowler, but he won't get there. It falls in. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 10-0 score.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
In now, Sandy Leon. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. really stayed strong.
They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Junior.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Liner toward right center. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Red Sox 11 and the A's nothing. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ripped down the first base line. But this is foul for the first strike. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Now a swing and a fly ball. Betts sprinting after it, and that is off the wall but in foul territory. Foul ball. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Bradley is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 11, Dustin Fowler.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Missed with a slider.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Up in the strike zone, but the take sign was on 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
So now it's Mark Canha. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a ball hit in the air. Benintendi is after it. And they can't run it down. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one.
Two out, nobody on. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. They trail in this one 11-0. Ryan Dull enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Ryan Dull.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mookie Betts. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth. He's set. Here it comes. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
How about it? Left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Striding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a ball well struck for the right field corner, and this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
Into the box, J.D. Martinez, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 4 hits already in this one, and looking for number 5 here. Comes set, and the 0-1 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. Benintendi, the runner at second with one away. Skied down the left field line. Kenna moves over. And that's the second out of the inning. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here, the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Red Sox 11, and the A's nothing. Ready for another shot now, Jed Lowry starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Lays off 2 and 2 now. The 2-2. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off yet. Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no dice.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Outside for a ball, 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full, 3-2. And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game.
Yeah, it's go time, Matty V. He's got a chance to close this one out. He knows the bullpen's rested and ready to go. He's got a smile on his face out there.
Oh, Dero, this is what every manager loves. One day where you cannot have to empty out everybody in that bullpen. Going into the 9th inning in today's game with your starting pitcher, you can't ask for more than he's given them up to this point.
Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Striding in for Oakland, Stephen Piscotty. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Lowry at second. Chapman at first. 2 out in the inning. Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a change, as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. So he'll depart, as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Heath Hembry will make an appearance here, as he is in charge of trying to bring up the final out of the ball game. bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Hero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job, and a run batted in.
And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. In to score the runner from third.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
And a surprising intentional walk here from the dugout, as that will now load the bases.
Center fielder number 11, Dustin Fowler.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Again, another foul ball. Moreland is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
11-2 is the way this ball game ends. The Red Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chris Sale gets the W on the mound. Sean Manaea permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Boston Red Sox: 11 runs on a whole bunch of hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base. For the Athletics, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game: 3 hours and 45 minutes. A reminder that extra BART train service is available on the Fremont Daly City line or on the Fremont Richmond line by accessing the ramp directly outside the stadium beyond the left field wall. AC Transit will also be available.